Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level language arts lesson, and today we're going to talk about establishing a stance when you're writing a persuasive essay. So what is persuasive writing? See if you can remember some of the previous videos and explain that in your own words. And how do you think persuasive writing is different from other types of writing? All right, so first let's look at the questions below. How much homework do you usually get? And if you're not in school any longer, maybe think back to when you were in school. How much homework did you get back then? Or if you have children or grandchildren, how much homework do they usually get? When and where do you do your homework? And do you enjoy doing homework? Why or why not? Okay, so some people think that homework is good for students, and what reasons are there for having this opinion? Homework is good for students because they can learn more things. Maybe it gives them a chance to practice what they've learned in class. It teaches them about responsibility, it teaches them about time management. So there are a number of things that might be good about homework. And other people think homework is bad for students. And what do you think some reasons would be for having that opinion? Homework is bad for students, and it's because it's sometimes boring, uh, it can be stressful, uh, it takes time away from spending time with their family or friends. So those are some other things, and you might come up with some other ideas about why homework might be bad. All right, so we're going to read part of Lavar's text, who's in favor of doing homework. He believes that homework is a good thing. He agrees with homework, or he supports it. So we're going to read the text and then answer the questions. You can pause the video and read on your own, or you can follow along as I read. How much time do you spend doing homework each week? It might feel like it is a wasted time that you could spend doing other more interesting things. However, I strongly believe that homework is good for students and that we should be happy to do it. Firstly, homework helps us to check our understanding. This is because we do it without the teacher's help. Have you ever been in class listening to the teacher, understanding everything, only to realize later that you forgot everything she said? I'm convinced that homework is good for students because it gives us a chance to review information by ourselves to make sure we truly understand. In my view, doing homework is better than bombing a test due to a simple misunderstanding. So Lavar thinks that doing homework is a waste of time. Well, that would be false. Lavar thinks it is sometimes useful to study without the teacher's help. That's true. And suggests that doing homework can help students do better on tests. That is also true. All right, so Lavar gives his opinions and reasons for them in his writing. So read and find other expressions for giving opinions and reasons. So giving opinions, he says, I strongly believe that homework is good for students. And giving reasons, this is because we can do it without the teacher's help. Now go through his writing and see if there are any other things um, that show opinions and reasons. So here he says, I am convinced that, and then because. He also uses the expression in my view. So that would be another way to express an opinion. Can you think of any other expressions for giving opinions or giving reasons? Well, probably the easiest one would be in my opinion, blah, 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 and the reason is. Those would be two very obvious ones, but see if you can think of some others. All right, so now we're going to read Lee's text against homework. and then decide if the statements here are true or false. Once again, you can pause the video and read on your own, or you can follow along as I read. In my opinion, life for students would be so much better without homework. There would be no more stress, no more wasted time, no more staying inside on beautiful days. Be honest, who really wants to spend their time outside of school doing homework? Of course, I agree that doing well in school is important as we all want to do well in the future, but I disagree that homework needs to be part of this. How can students study effectively in class if they stay up all night doing homework? Too many students come to class exhausted due to the amount of time they spend doing homework. As a result, these students cannot focus on new topics and they fall behind. No homework would mean better classwork and better grades. So Lee thinks most students probably don't want to do homework. That is true. Lee thinks homework is an important part of doing well in the future. That's false. And Lee believes that doing homework helps students be prepared for class. That is also false. All right, so now we're going to look again for the expressions that Lee uses to give her opinions and reasons. Again, you can pause the video, try this on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So she says, in my opinion. And then I agree. But I disagree. And then as a result would be a reason. Right. All right, so an important part of persuasive writing is making clear what your opinion on the topic is. So we're going to look at the examples of LeVar and Lee. I'm convinced that, I strongly, truly, or really believe that, in my view, I agree that, I disagree that, in my opinion, I think that, or I feel that. So why do you think it's important to clearly state your opinion in persuasive writing? Well, the purpose of persuasive writing is to convince the reader of your point of view. And if you're not clear on what that point of view is, it's going to be very difficult to convince your reader, to persuade your reader. All right, so another important part of persuasive writing is giving reasons to support your opinions. So some expressions for giving reasons come between two clauses. Doing well in school is important as we all want to do well in the future. So because, as, and since could be signals that this is a reason. Other expressions for giving reasons come before a noun or a noun phrase. So because of, due to, as a result of, doing homework is better than bombing a test due to a simple misunderstanding. And why do you think it is important to be able to support your opinions with reasons in persuasive writing? Well, your opinion alone is probably not, may or may not convince your reader to agree with you. But if you can give solid reasons to support your opinions, you'll have a better chance of persuading the reader to agree or at least see your point of view. All right, so is homework good for students? Do you think homework is good for students? This time, give your own opinions and your reasons to support them. And you can use some of the language from this table to help you. So go ahead and pause the video, try that on your own. First, decide whether you think that homework is good or not, and then, give your opinion and your reasons. All right, so it says now discuss the statements below and use the language from the table to give opinions and reasons. Students should have homework every day. Students should go to school on the weekends. School uniforms are good for students, and the weekend should be 3 days long. And here's an example. I believe that homework is important, but in my opinion, students should not have homework every day because we need time to rest and relax after school. So you're going to do the same thing for numbers 2, 3, and 4. Talk about whether you agree or disagree with the statement, and then give your reasons. All right, so now you're going to write your own persuasive text about homework. So make notes of your ideas in the table and use the example to help you. Um, so if you agree, you can add more reasons or another reason. If you disagree, you can say that homework is not good for students and give 3 reasons why. All right, so now you can use those notes to write your text, and again, you can use some of these phrases and clauses to help you. And then after you finish writing, you'll want to review your writing and ask yourself these questions. So, does your writing use language from the table to give your opinion? Does your writing use language from the table to give reasons? And does your writing give 3 reasons to support your opinion? All right, and once again, if you would like some feedback on your writing, you can email me at ladybird1503@msn.com, and I can give you some feedback on the essay that you wrote. And again, just review why is it important to give opinions and reasons in persuasive writing? What are some of the expressions we can use to give opinions? And what are some expressions we can use to give reasons? And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, and if you have any questions, leave those for me in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.